Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Rachel, your host for the Working Girls Guide, and today I am going to take you through roasting a spaghetti squash. It's one of my favorite side dishes. There's tons of ways to prep it, but first is getting it cooked. And if you've never done it before, it can be a little intimidating, so I'm going to show you how. So I've started here with a spaghetti squash. My recommendation is to buy 2 small ones instead of buying 1 large one because it's easier to break down. I haven't washed it, I haven't cleaned it at all, but what I've done is I've cut one side to be flat so that when I'm cutting it, I don't accidentally cut myself or have it roll away on the cutting board. So with the largest knife that you have probably, or with the help of someone who might be larger or stronger than you, we're gonna cut it in half. And so I do this by getting a really good start. You can see it's right in there on a strong cutting board, and I'm literally gonna break it in half. Just like that. The worst part is over. So we've got it cut open. Just like a pumpkin, you're gonna see that there is some seeds and some little strings inside. So we're gonna remove that and we're gonna get it prepped on our plate. So we have our tray lined with foil, and we have a spoon to take out the innards of our squash. So just like you would a pumpkin, we're just gonna remove all of this. Just go ahead, do one side, flip it over, get the other side, turn that out onto your cutting board, get it on your baking sheet, and the other half. Okay. And what I did before we got started was preheat my oven to 400. Now I have a convection oven, so if you have a convection oven, you can set it to roast. If you don't, that's fine. It just might take a little bit longer to cook, so keep an eye on it depending on how big your squashes are. Okay, I'm gonna drizzle it with a little bit of avocado oil. This doesn't have to be perfect, maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons per side. Just like that. And then we're gonna do some fresh cracked salt and pepper on both sides as well. So I'll do some salt. I'm pretty generous. I like this to be nicely seasoned. I think it helps get rid of that bland squash flavor. Same thing with your pepper. All right. Okay, we're gonna turn these upside down. I rub a little bit of that oil on the outside here, and then it goes right into the oven. So again, I've got this preheated at 400 degrees. I'm gonna put it in the middle rack and let it go for about 40 minutes. So we'll be back here soon. In the meantime, go get your workout in, maybe have a dance party in your kitchen, or prep the rest of your dinner, and I'll see you in a little bit. I have let my squash cook for 40 minutes and cooled for 20 minutes, which is very important because now we are actually going to get it out of its casing. And if you're unsure if it's done, you can actually poke the backside of it, and the fork should go straight through really easily. If it's still too hard, it's probably not done. So I'm gonna take the squash, you can see it's nice and roasted on the inside, and I'm literally just gonna start peeling it out with a fork. It's really, really soft. It should come out with hardly any effort. Oh yeah, look at that. And it's okay if it starts to peel apart. Again, it's fully cooked. Should be really, really easy to get out of there. All right. And all you need to do is rinse and repeat this step with all 4. So I did a total of 2 squashes. You can do 1, you can do 5. This does freeze really well. If you want to freeze it, I would recommend freezing it in individual portions. So putting like 1 cup in a Tupperware or plastic bag and freezing that as is, so you don't need to defrost a huge portion of it and then have some that might end up going bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting these ready for my meal prep for the week. In the meantime, I hope you have a great night. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.